All right, let's recap the All-America Bowl for 2020 and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolks? It's RJ Young. I'm not on a step. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, I want to recap the All-America Bowl for those of you that just don't care enough to watch it. I know I'm a degenerate. I watch as much college football and high school football as is humanly possible. And I am even watching the NFL much closer because, well, there ain't no college football on. And look, I did not expect Dwight McGlothern to have the day that he had, but my goodness, man. Nobody's feeling better about Saturday than Dwight McGlothern, who got to announce that he is committed to LSU on national television. And he was so excited about it. He dreamed of being on that stage and going to that university. And he could not have picked a better place to be as a defensive back. One of the best corners in this class. He's going to join Elias Ricks, who is the number 2 cornerback in the class. And for some people, the best cornerback in the class. But also a school that just produced the top defensive back in the country. And Paycom Jim Thorpe Award winner Grant Delpit. Derek Stingley Jr. was the best freshman in America for me. He plays corner. Christian Fulton's awesome. Jacoby Stevens was at one time the best recruit in LSU's class. And on just a day removed, actually, from LSU having 3 dudes make NFL All-Pro, all 3 are defensive backs. And Dwight McGlothern showed what kind of a ball hawk he is, man. Just ridiculously awesome out there. But the headliners were the 2 quarterbacks, Bryce Young, who is signed with Alabama. He will be in Tuscaloosa Sunday, which, you know, many of these kiddos, this is the last high school football they're ever going to play. The same goes for DJ Uiagalelei. I got it that time. DJ Uiagalelei. I was also note here, the broadcasters did a great job pronouncing DJ's name, and we will all get better about it as you're going to hear all about the 6'5", 246-pound product out of St. John Bosco with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Does not plan to play baseball at Clemson this year, but could in the future as a pitcher. He still could play professional baseball if he wanted to, but with that kind of size, the thing that was really great to see about him, the number 1 pro-style quarterback and number 2 overall recruit in the country, is just how good he was moving around, and he can throw it from all different kinds of angles. He has outstanding touch to go with that cannon for an arm. He seems to be very poised and know exactly what he wants to do. I watched his recruitment very closely, even knowing that he had a junior college listed in his top 5, which I think was more about promotional purposes because he had family that's coaching there. But DJ Uiagalelei is going to be outstanding. His also joining the number 1 prospect in the 2020 class, defensive tackle, and his new teammate, Brian Brzee, who is also enormous, 6'5", 298 with a 4.8 40. He played with a club on his right hand, also received a carry at running back. He was a monster all week, according to reports. Look, Clemson continues to just show people how you do this. You build with an outstanding quarterback, perhaps the best quarterback in the class if you can get your hands on him, and a bunch of defensive linemen. 3 of the top 6 defensive linemen in the country are committed to play at Clemson, right? Also, note here, the headline, DJ Uiagalelei is going to play Joe Burrow as Clemson prepares to battle LSU for the national championship. So he's going to get the scout team really honor of being the best player in the country. Heisman Award winner Joe Burrow had his high school football stadium renamed after him. I'm looking forward to that national championship game. We'll talk more about that coming up. Of course, Bryce Young will be on campus watching as Tua Tagovailoa makes his decision about whether or not he will return to Alabama or go into the NFL draft as an early entry. Jerry Jeudy, he's gone, right? Dylan Moses, he's coming back. Alex Leatherwood, he's coming back. Could be really fun down there at Tuscaloosa here in a couple of years. I would love to see Bryce Young get an opportunity to start as a true freshman. Mac Jones is definitely going to compete with him, as is Tallulah Tagovailoa. That would be Tua's little brother. He got some run out there against Arkansas. He looked aight. But moving down the list, hey, Gary Bryant Jr., USC. Xavier Henderson, Florida. My goodness, man. You keep going down this list. You see these kiddos that got to announce on national television, led by Keely Ringo at the end. He's going to Georgia. Man, I did not expect Edge Cooper to end up at Texas A&M when he announced his reopening of his recruitment. Thought it was going to be LSU, but apparently Ampersand U is the best place for him to be. Shout out to my man Darian Green Warren. Darian is going to Michigan, where he's going to join one of my favorite 2019 recruits and kiddos from my hometown, Dax Hill. Can't wait to see if they put him out there corner and Dax Hill up there free safety. It would be locked down sided, like from the hash mark to the boundary. Probably not going to get a whole lot going on over there, man. To say nothing, LV Bunkley Shelton, who had one of the best quotes of the night in his announcement that he is committed to play at Arizona State, saying, Coach Herm is like my dad. He's just hilarious. And I love LV. I interviewed him on this channel at the time. He was getting his hair braided by his girl, really down-to-earth kiddo. I enjoyed watching Bryce Young and LV Bunkley Shelton join Darian Green Warren for his announcement. Both LV and Darian gave their mothers the honor of saying where they were going to go to school. Same thing with Xavier. Like, that was cool. Anytime you could throw it to mama, where we're going, you know what you see the bumper. You know how I feel about the mamas in here, all right? But to know that Jalen Conyers was Oklahoma's only representative, didn't really flash a lot. Alfred Collins was the only target at this game, also didn't really flash a lot. But Noah Sewell was out there making people just look ridiculous. Antonio Doyle had a high of 9 tackles, right? But you saw really great defensive play. You saw really great offensive play. Of course, they're not blitzing because it's just an all-star game. But you can see the skill play on display with Bryce Young with his opening pass to Jalen Mills, who took it all the way to the house. Jalen Mills, at one point, seemed like he was going to go to Oklahoma and maybe even play football and baseball. Ends up at Washington playing for Jimmy Lake. Going to be interesting to see what they have there, especially with their quarterback situation, because we all know Jacob Eason has entered the NFL draft. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really thought one of the takeaways from this entire ordeal was this isn't like the widely, shall we say, over-the-top class, right? We're not really talking about it as being one of the best classes of all time, but we are talking about 2 quarterbacks who are generational in Bryce Young and D.J. Uiagalelei. And I am really excited to see what that looks like, because with Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, in the Fiesta Bowl, that was a lot of fun seeing the 2018 number 1, number 2 go at each other. Seeing the top 2 quarterbacks in the 2020 class go at each other in the coming years seems like it's just going to be a thing, because as I have said before, you want to know who's going to play in the national championship? Check the recruiting rankings, man. 1 through 10, you got a shot. Look at Oklahoma, right? Sitting at about 9. But 1 through 5, you're going to play in it, right? And that's where Alabama is. That's where Clemson is. That's where LSU is. Georgia, goodness me, they continue to just put groups of kiddos together. But that was the essential parts of the All-America Bowl. For more, I made a couple of more videos about this that you can go check it out. Also, I would love to encourage you, if you are not a member of this channel, please consider joining. Join the membership. You'll get member exclusives like badges and emojis, access to me. There will be some member exclusive things, but it does not change the content on this channel. All right? Deuces.